Good morning, grade 11 entrepreneurship. Today we'll try to understand about expansion. We are learning expansion only, na children. We saw integrative expansion, market expansion. Now we are also going to understand about when you expand, you are actually extending your geographical territory. Yes. When we extend our geographical territory within the country, it is absolutely fine. But when it comes to international, global, when you want to go to the other country and start, that is import export business, what are all the major decisions that you will be requiring to take? So one thing you have to understand, before going global, the right approach is to learn how to enter the foreign market, and what are the rules and regulations abroad, what are the procedures that are required, and strategically, logically, whether to go abroad or not. Is it too early for you to go and launch a business in the international market? Whether it is the right time, which market to enter, whether you are going to enter the Asian market, the American market, the Australian market, which market, how to enter the foreign market, and the marketing program involved there, how the marketing organization is going to work. The rules and regulations related to business differ from country to country. Same way the marketing policies, right? So how to enter the foreign market? Indirect export, direct export, licensing, contract manufacturing, joint ventures, and direct investment. These are the options available to in India, so that you can enter the foreign. These are the options that are available for an entrepreneur in India to enter the foreign market. Right? So the next thing that we will see is indirect export. What is this indirect export? This is the first fundamental easiest way to go international. This is the easiest and the normal way of going global. Simple, I can do export. I can start exporting or selling my products in the international market. That is, when I say indirect export, first to start at a very passive level by occasionally exporting. Whenever there is a demand on a rare basis, yearly, kabhi kabaat ek ya do bar, once or twice you can start exporting, and slowly when you feel that your product is having a good demand, then you can go on a large scale. And such an export happens either on own initiative or through independent middlemen. Sometimes the middlemen, when they have some people, some tourists, when they come to India, they see the product, they like it, they go abroad, and then they say that we can purchase it, we want such a product, right? So they can be through independent middlemen, or it could be in response to unsolicited orders. Your relatives, your neighbors, mostly the pickle and other business started like this only. Food business. When the company makes a commitment to expand through exports, the least change in the company's product lines. Sorry for the interruption. When the company makes a commitment to expand through the exports, the least change in the company's product lines, workforce organization, investment, or missions are involved, and thus it's a convenient mode of expanding. Why? Because I have decided to export, so I will directly follow the EXIM policy and go ahead and start. The export can happen to me because either of my own initiative or through some independent middleman, or maybe there are some people who are willing unsolicited orders. They have kept the order, and now I started getting an opinion that yes, I can do it. So this is the most simple, basic, and fundamental way of going abroad or starting your branch abroad. Direct export. This the company, when the company gets confidence in the indirect way, that is on randomly doing, once in a while exporting, slowly the rules and regulations are perfect, you feel that there is many people who are demanding your product, then the company may eventually decide to handle their own exports. They don't need a middleman now. Through this strategy of entering the global market, the enterprise assumes somewhat greater risk and investment because it's eliminating the middleman. The company can also carry a direct exporting in several ways. What are all the ways? Through domestically based export division or department. There is an Indian embassy, there is an Indian department of export through them, or through overseas sales branch or subsidiary. I can start my own branch there. I can open up a new fresh branch and place my goods there in my own branch. Nominations, foreign based agents or distributors. Maybe there is a Walmart store and I'm selling chocolates, and Walmart has agreed to keep my chocolates in their store. That also is a possibility, right? Then the third important way of going abroad, how to go abroad, is licensing. Licensing represents a very simple way. The licensor in a foreign company, I will give the patent right, or I'll give you the right, power of attorney to use my product, process, trademark, patent, trade secret. Coca-Cola basically does like that only. You can take an example of Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola carries out its international marketing by licensing the bottlers. It will be manufactured in India. Indian people only will do the manufacturing, production, etc., etc. But the right of doing that will be given by Coke. Thereby the profit goes to Coke. This way, the licensor safely and easily can gain the entry into the foreign market. There is very little risk, and also the license gaining production expertise and well-known product name. Internationally, Coke is very, you don't have to start from the beginning. That thing is not there in the international, when you go for licensing. All right, and then comes the contract manufacturing, the next method after licensing. This is another method where, understand the logic properly, children. A local firm to go global through the contract manufacturing. That means Indian firm is going abroad. Here the firm engages the local people there in abroad. Suppose I am opening a branch in Australia. The Australian civilians who are there in their country, I will engage them for local manufacturing to produce the product. The foreign, those people only, like Maruti Suzuki, those people, Australians only, will manufacture, but actually they are my employees. I have hired them. When Sears opened up departmental store in Mexico and Spain, they found qualified local manufacturer to many of its products. So what did Sears did? Sears said that, okay, fine, you people manufacture and the profit will be mine. They only recruit people there. This has not only significantly reduced the cost for Sears, but also led to the company to envious revenue position. A lot of revenue was there, because those people know the local taste, likes, dislikes and preferences. And it also gives an impression that it's a local manufacturer, a well-known person, right? Start faster with lesser risk means that is contract manufacturing. Then this is the most popular one, joint ventures or partnership between two companies. This is restricted or a temporary partnership between two or more firms to undertake jointly to complete a specific venture. After the venture is over, these companies will get separated. These participate in equality in operations and business. They share the profit and loss in an agreed ratio. Now, one wants to take limited calculated risk and the other one maybe is interested in taking a higher risk. Such companies come together, join hands and start projects. The international projects, international highways, many projects on a large scale are undertaken like this. Say for example, Godrej GE is a joint venture formed by refrigerator Godrej and Boeing. These two companies came together and then 60% and 40% they started this. They started the global refrigerator business. Right now they are also into air conditions, dishwashers, etc., etc., etc. This is one example. Next one is direct investment. Direct investment we have seen. Yeah, direct, that is direct contract. This one is direct investment. The ultimate form of global involvement is through start your own business there. Don't start the business here, but start absolutely a brand new business there only. No doubt here the firm exposes its larger investment to risk by partly buying or full interest in a local company or by building its. Either you can buy a local company there or start your own business like Tata does. Tata usually what to do, they like to go with direct investment. Tata company is a classic example. They usually prefer to buy the company, like Tata bought Chorus, cement manufacturer. So Electrolux AB is a Swedish company and it's a world leader in white goods manufacturing, and it plans to invest about 100 million in India in the next 3-4 years. For what? Hence took over the Glasgow Foods, hence food business, right? So they purchased the business. Glasgow Foods was there in India, hence took over it, right? So with this, your methodology for entering international business comes to an end. What did we see here? I will tell you easily, one by one, how to enter the foreign market. There are different ways of entering into the international market when you are expanding geographically. Prominent ways are these 6 significant ways. Indirect exports is occasionally you start exporting based on unsolicited orders, and this is a simple and fundamental way. Direct export is one where you start directly exporting. Yeah, here it is. So directly exporting through the exempt policy, following the rules and regulations laid down by the import-export rules and regulations, all those things. Licensing is, giving the permit to use the trademark or patent like Coca-Cola, Microsoft. Contract manufacturing is nothing but you give a contract to the local firm there and start. The local people only will manufacture, but the profit will come to you. Right? Joint ventures is two companies or two different businesses coming together to complete one venture. Godrej and GE is one example. Direct investment is something like Tata does. It goes and buys the local companies and start business there. And with this, your international business, entering into international business or expansion comes to an end. Thank you and have a fantastic day.